So just really grateful to be able to be here again with everybody. As we're recording this, it's early in 2024. Who knows when anybody will actually watch this, but just grateful to have another year to be able to practice meditation together, mindfulness, and learn more about who this is right here, what's in this mind-body complex. We get to know ourselves better, learn how to be a little more at ease with ourselves, with other people, and hopefully make the whole world a little bit more easeful. So as we usually do, we'll start out with right away with a meditation. So just invite you to take your meditation seat, whatever that is like, that's a comfortable posture for you. You can be sitting, lying down, standing, whatever works for you. But I just want you to feel supported, to be able to not have to move around for the next 10 minutes or so. So you want to feel supported and stable. Feel the support of your feet on the floor. If you're sitting or lying down, feeling your body supported by whatever the furniture is that's supporting you. And from that base of support, feeling the uprightness, inviting an uprightness of the spine that keeps us alert, but not rigid, so a sense of relaxation. So feeling supported, upright, relaxed, closing the eyes if you're comfortable, otherwise just having a soft gaze, and we'll let the bell, let us let go of the transition and come into our meditation space. And so with the fading of the bell, we're bringing the attention inward from this process of arriving and coming in to just check in with this mind and this body. How is it right now? That's the basic practice, knowing how it is right now, right here. And so we can notice if there's a little bit of restlessness or agitation, discomfort, or if the quiet is welcome and we feel relaxed and calm, or whatever we're feeling, just noticing how it is. Maybe you can't even put words to it, you can just experience it. It's like this right now. And we're cultivating this attention to how it is right now in this mind and body. And for this first meditation, just to invite the intention to just pay attention to a sensation or an experience in the body that allows the mind to rest. And maybe you don't know where in your body that might be, so we can just do a check-in on the body, maybe starting at the head, noticing if we bring our attention to the head, if what that feels like, if it feels calm or if there's some agitation there. And even bring the awareness there, maybe that changes the way we feel in this head where we think the control center is a lot of time. Is there tension or relaxation? Just like this. And moving down to the heart, the center of the chest, the heart center. How is it there? The heart, the lungs. Is there relaxation and ease, or is there some little bit of tension there? And noticing as we bring the attention there, maybe it even shifts a little bit, changes with the awareness. The heart center is like this. And then shifting the awareness down to the hands. Maybe they're resting in your lap or on your legs or just at your side. What's the sensation in the hands? Is there clenching or tightness, or are they relaxed? Maybe they feel grounded, resting in the lap, they feel at ease. Just noticing how the hands are. And then moving the awareness to the hips. How are the hips? Is there tension? Is there ease? Do you feel grounded and supportive, or is there some discomfort there that causes agitation? So can the mind rest there with ease, or is there some resistance? And moving from the hips down to the feet, the heels, the feet. How is it there? Does it feel supported and easeful, or is there some discomfort? So this just checking in to see how the body is. And of course, we like to check in with the sense of the body breathing. So whether you feel the sensation of the breath coming in and out, or whether you just feel the receiving on the inhalation and the letting go on the exhalation, just noticing how the breath is. Is there ease and restfulness, or is there some resistance or tension or non-ease in the breath? Maybe just rest the attention on the rhythm of the breath, feeling that receiving on the inhale, letting go on the exhale. And notice if the awareness can rest there. So this little scan that we did, if there was some place that really felt like the mind really just was really relaxed there, you could take the attention there. Otherwise, maybe just stay with the breath, the rhythm of the breath, breathing in, breathing out, and just rest the attention there. And see if over time, bring the awareness there, focused attention on one place. If that allows the mind to settle down, if it's been wandering a little bit. So inviting the mind to rest in a specific place in the body or in the breath. And set the intention to stay there and then just notice what happens. And noticing if the mind is staying where we decide to rest our attention or if it's wandered off. And if it's wandered off, it's not a problem. We just notice where it went and then invite it to return back to this place of rest, the body or the breath. How is it now? And checking in to notice what the mind's paying attention to. Is it still with the meditation object we've selected, or is it wandered off? And there's no judging about it. We just notice whether the mind's at ease or if there's some agitation, and then we reset our intention to come back to our chosen meditation object, the breath or the body. staying with this present moment experience at this place in the body, inviting the mind to stay and noticing what happens. Noticing what the mind is paying attention to, whether that results in ease in the mind or if there's some tension. And again, we're just noticing cause and effect here. When the mind rests here, this is the effect. And maybe if there's just a general sense of restlessness in the mind, we can even bring up a word, invite on the inhalation, peace, on the exhale, ease, just to invite the mind and the body to relax as we're breathing. Peace, ease, if that works for you. Noticing what the mind's paying attention to, what the effect is on the mind and the body, and then resetting the intention to stay with this meditation object, resting the awareness there in the present moment, inviting peace and ease. And now an invitation just to end the meditation by just taking 3 intentional breaths, an inhalation, and then a slightly longer exhale, an inhale, a slightly longer exhale, and an inhale, and inviting a long exhale. Just noticing how it is right here, right now, in this mind, this body. Is there tension? Is there ease? Contentment, restlessness? Just how is it right now? It's not good or bad. It's just like this, in the mind observing it all, moment to moment, these experiences coming and going. So the bell invites us to just bring the awareness back to the surface again and just maybe recollect a little bit of what your experience was during that meditation, and then let that go and just come back to being aware of being here together. Yeah, so that meditation was a little bit longer than we commonly do with the intro, but I did that to that type of meditation that I led you in is these are some techniques that we can use to try to calm the mind and the body, right? By bringing awareness to the body, because usually in our daily lives, the mind is thinking and planning and living in the past and the future and not really present with the experience and the groundedness of being this embodied being that can be relaxed and aware. So we're training the mind through these types of techniques to notice the sensation in the body, which is the body's always in the present moment, and to pay attention to where in the body we hold tension, where do we feel at ease, so we can invite the mind to return there as a way to invite the mind to be at ease, because the mind and the body aren't separate. They're constantly talking to each other. The mind is in the body, of course. They're not separate. So, but we're not always aware of the body because we're too busy thinking and planning and living in the past. And so, so in meditation, what I wanted to do today was just talk about kind of the basics of meditation practice and this inviting of calming, trying to refocus the mind from the way most of our lives are, where we have constant distractions, electronic devices, other people, things to do, places to go, people to see, doing. This is practicing being and inviting calm. And some people, when there's this much calm or quiet, there's actually restlessness because they feel like something should be happening, and we can notice that too, right? But the invitation is calm. And a lot of people come to meditation practice because, oh, I just want some calm in my life, So we can practice this and we can see how difficult it is. One day it might be easy. The next day it might be impossible to have the mind rest here. But the practice is to invite that, and we can't force calm. If you were trying to make yourself calm, you probably noticed that you got more tense, and we can notice that too. We're trying to control and we wind up making things more stressful. And so we can notice all of these things, but the invitation is to invite some calm. And so that's why a lot of people come to meditation or mindfulness practice, is for a little more ease in their life. But you probably notice, maybe especially at the beginning of the meditation, but maybe more even at the end, eventually the mind gets restless and it's not paying attention to what we ask it to pay attention to. And it goes off and does something else. And then we think, oh, I had a bad meditation. My mind wasn't staying focused. We say, oh, that was bad. Oh, it wasn't a good meditation. But actually that's, if we keep paying attention to where the mind goes and what the effect is, that's another kind of meditation, which is meditation where we want to develop wisdom or clarity about what is our experience in this mind and body? What does the mind habitually want to do? And how does that affect us? Does it make us more at ease, or does it create more stress? And so there's these two kinds of meditation. There's the calm, and then there's the clarity, the wisdom part. And we invite calm. So it's like when water gets calm and settled, then all the sediment falls out and we can see clearly what's at the bottom of the lake. So the clarity that we want to get from calming the mind is to be able to see what the habits of the mind are, and what makes us more at ease. And also we can see things. A lot of times what comes up is memories, and we can remember when we didn't make good decisions, and we can kind of just reflect on that and think about, well, what could we have done better? What might have been more easeful? So there's just because the mind isn't totally calm and focused on the body or the breath, doesn't mean that it's a bad meditation. There's still learning going on there. There's still wisdom being developed. And so that's beneficial to us. So these different aspects of mind, you may have noticed just in that meditation, there's the aspect of mind that sets an intention, and it says, we're going to do this. So there's that kind of doing aspect of mind, the directing. And then when we actually are just observing the body or the breath in the present moment, there's that observing, like the observer aspect of mind. It's not making something happen. It's just watching. And when you are in that watching mode, if your mind is like mine, most of the time it was more relaxing because you didn't have to do anything. I could just be and observe. And so inviting that, and we do this to see where the mind wants to go, if it wants to think or whatever, and see what the effects are. And the observer is the knowing mind that can see what those habits are. And we don't do this just in meditation. What we're training is that we can actually take this kind of practice into our everyday life. And, when you're feeling stressed out, you can invite calm by coming into the body or the breath. If you're having a difficult conversation, you say, well, okay, where's my breath? And then there's that watching mind that can say, okay, what's the effect of that? Oh, we're feeling calmer, And so we can bring these different aspects of mind. Once we learn that they actually exist, it's not just the director, the doer, but there's the observer that contains the wisdom. Then we can call that into play more often in our lives to give us some clarity and hopefully a little more calm in our everyday life. So that's what this training is all about. It's not just about zoning out or going to a beach in Mexico, although some of us would probably like to go that too. But most of the time, here we are. And how can we be here with calm and clarity as much as possible? Well, it's through this training over and over again. So even in that meditation, you might have seen the changing. Sometimes I'd be with a breath for three breaths or something, and then the mind is off somewhere. And here's what happened when it went off. Where does it like to go? To the past, the future? Does it keep spinning in a story? And what's the effect? So we can watch this, but still the invitation, not the forcing, but an invitation. These are all reflections and invitations. These aren't thinking and figuring things out and making ourselves do anything. These are invitations, because invitations, if your experience is like mine, are more welcoming and more calming than trying to make somebody do anything, including ourselves. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it, but see what your story is. So let's practice again and see what actually happens. So once again, we're going to do the same basic practice. Now you kind of know where you want the attention to rest in the body, or if that wasn't working for you, choose some other place, or just choose the words calm and peace. So we do that invitation, and then over time, we just notice, does the mind drift off? And if it does, where did it go? Being curious and compassionate and kind, and just noticing cause and effect, and then resetting the intention to come back. Simple. How hard could it be? Let's find out. So taking your meditation posture again. So that's supportive, grounded, upright, relaxed, eyes closed or soft gaze. And just inviting curiosity, maybe a sense of humor about all this, compassion, kindness, and the bell is our invitation. So we're coming back inwards, letting go of all those words, the verbiage, the theories, the explanations, to see what our direct experience is right here, right now. That's a basic practice. What's happening right here? How is it? So how is it? Mood of the mind, feelings in the body, some calm, is there tension, restlessness? Is it gone numb? What's happening right here, right now? And whatever it is, can we just observe it and learn from whatever happens? So this is our intention. We're resetting the intention, as we did before, to stay with a location in the body that invites ease, or staying with the breath, or if the words were helpful, staying with words of peace or ease, or just this, to invite it to be in the present moment. So choose your meditation object to stay with. Notice if you want to keep changing your mind, that's a habit of mine too. But choose one, setting the intention to be with it, moment to moment, what's happening here. Body, the breath, this moment to moment experience. And the mind calmly, hopefully observing it all. Noticing if the mind is still with our chosen object or if it's wandered off. Just noticing what it's doing, what the effect is, and then resetting the intention to just be present with this object moment to moment. Checking in to see what the mind's paying attention to, if it's still with the meditation object, and noticing the mood of the mind, or if it's wandered off doing something else. What's getting in the way of calm, present moment attention? Where does the mind want to wander off to if it's wandering off? And how does that affect the mind and the body? So the observing mind notices how it is right now. And we reset the intention to come back to our meditation object. It's a base for the mind to rest, an invitation to rest in the awareness of this object in this moment, in the next moment. Is the mind still interested in our meditation object, or has it gotten bored and wandered off? Just noticing what's going on and re-inviting the mind to be interested in this calming, centering object, moment to moment. Give it a place of rest and notice what gets in the way if it does wander off. And in these last few minutes, if the mind is relatively calm, or even if it's not, just invite it to soften and widen the attention. So it's not actually observing the meditation object, but just being aware of being aware. So we soften, widen our attention, and just notice that this is a mind that's aware of what's happening right here, right now. That's an invitation. Just see how the mind responds to that. Soften, widen, being aware of awareness, like a big sky. And then objects will come into that awareness. Maybe the breath comes and goes in that awareness, or a body sensation comes and goes in that awareness. Just play with that a little bit and see what happens. And if it doesn't work, go back to observing your meditation object, but it's just another exploration. Curiosity, what is this awareness? What's the experience? This wide, spacious awareness. And objects coming and going within the awareness. And then bring the attention back into the body. Let it rest in the rhythm of the breath, or the sensation of the feet resting on the floor, the hands grounded, the sense of groundedness in the body, and the mind just resting in this body. And notice the mood of the mind, the body in this moment. It's like this right now. And whatever it is, can this be okay in this moment? So the bell invites us to bring the awareness back to the surface again. Maybe just reflecting a little bit on what you might have observed and just how it is right now. And when you're ready, opening the eyes, being aware of being here together again.